Wow, wow. Yo, yo, yo. Back at it again. Another week. All the boys are in the building. Episode 73. We appreciate y'all being here with us. I'm your boy, Gabe. That's Julian. Either direction. I don't know where he's at. Julian, say what's up.
New format. Got Gabe all messed up.
Gabe's
JoJo's
Gabe's
here.
this, guys.
JoJo, I
Sorry,
see you
bear
wearing your
with us.
Broncos shirt. What up?
You know. What up,
Struggling.
fellas? Another episode. NFL in the books. Boys out here.
Christmas in the books.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah, we're doing this.
2022 almost in the books.
Last episode of the year, guys. How do y'all feel about that? This is it. We're capping it off. It's the last episode of 2022.
I mean, I feel pretty good about it, man. We've been, the consistency hasn't always been there. We could do better being consistent, but you know what? We follow through. We push through all the strains, all the haters. We've got we got 73 episodes. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, we've done this 73 times, and it's been over 2 years now.
Damn.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
kinda
fact
wild.
that I have to consistently sit here week by week with you two
and
talk
root for
sports.
Russell Wilson is terrible. God.
and to hear about the Jags every single week.
my
That
God.
might be the worst part of doing this with you guys. It might be it. Other than that, it's fun, man. I think it's really dope. We're growing. We're just out here spreading our passion, man. Talking about our favorite teams, our sports experiences. Back in the day, trading cards with Julian, but that's an old
Yeah.
episode. Might revamp that. That's dope, man.
Right.
That's dope. Yo, we out here.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. NFL week never stops. We're in week 17, heading into the playoffs. I just want to talk in general, just to talk about the playoff picture, because now we kind of got halfway through the season. We kind of know who are the good teams, who's fighting for spots, and now we're actually here. So I'm just gonna pull up just kind of we can talk about the AFC because that's what I have pulled up for right now, and talk about like some of the teams that that have made it through. Obviously, I mean, huge surprise. I mean, Bills, Chiefs, we kind of knew that they were really good. Huge surprise for me. The Bengals didn't start off very well with a good season, but obviously 11 wins is just nothing to nothing to cough at. Somehow Jacksonville's in the mix.
I was waiting for that.
Number 4. Let's get to Jacksonville. Let's talk about Jacksonville because you know what?
Here we go. I think
A lot of
we're all
hateration,
awake.
holleration. Julian, let's talk about your Jacksonville Jaguars. Let me zoom it in. Let me zoom it in so the folks can see
Again.
what we're watching.
Once
All right.
again,
Julian,
under
Yes.
500. Are you kidding me? You know what? I'll let you have fun, Julian. Go ahead.
go ahead.
Not going to be under 500 by the end of the season because we're going to end the season 9-8 because we're going to beat the brakes off the Houston Texans and absolutely demolish whoever they have playing quarterback in Tennessee right now. So we're going to end it above 500. First winning record since 2017. The second winning record in 15 years. So I'm going to take it. The Jags, somewhere around there. I don't know if it's exactly 15 years, but it's 12 maybe. I don't know. But regardless,
Feels like 30.
went on an absolute run in the past. I think they have gone 4-2 in the last 6 games and have won 3 straight. And they're going to end the season winning 5 straight. It's pretty much a done deal. Houston sucks. Tennessee's terrible right now. They're falling apart. They're trying to grasp onto any little straws they have left, and that you can't run Derrick Henry forever. He's literally all they have. You shut him down, it's over. It's going to be a repeat, if not even worse, to what happened to them in Tennessee. Now you're going to be coming to Duval County and probably to a sold-out crowd, a hyped-up crowd. Trevor Lawrence, without a shadow of a doubt, is a top 6 quarterback in this league.
Wow.
What?
Without a doubt. It's not even a question anymore.
What?
All right, here. I'm gonna name it out
Top
right here. So
6?
we got top 6. Name
You're
me another
bugging.
quarterback that you. So let me say the first 5. So Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Herbert.
Hurts.
Who am I missing? Hurts. Lawrence. Who are you taking
No.
over Lawrence?
No.
No, I'm being dead ass. No, I'm saying Hurts is in the 5. I'm saying who you after 6. I'm putting Lawrence at 6. Who's after that? You can make an argument currently, Kirk Cousins, but like for the future, who are you taking long term?
You know what? I'm gonna let you speak on this first, Gabe.
Well, I'm just kind of going through.
And if Gabe says Tua, he's fucking lying out of his ass.
Okay, listen. Okay, leave my son out of here. Okay, don't leave my son out of this.
I try to set him up. I try to set him up.
I'm surprised you said top 6. That's where it kind of caught me. If you want to,
no, I think you got to prove they got to win a playoff game. I will say, like, I think you got to. I mean, I think eventually he can be a top 3, but I'm saying currently, right now, is a top 6.
Currently, in the last, like, let's say 5 games, is that kind of like what you're referring to, or like right now for this season?
From what he's done so far and what you want going into the next season.
I mean, you still got Lamar Jackson. Even though he's injured,
he's not better. He's better than Lamar. He's better. Wow. He's a better thrower of the football than Lamar.
Wow, all the haters are typing right now as I hear
that. It's true. It's true.
I'm gonna be one of the haters.
No, I'm being completely serious. Would you take Trevor Lawrence over Lamar Jackson on your team?
As of right now, I mean, you think of prospects.
No,
yes, he's
and I'm thinking of the future.
Oh, it's Lamar Jackson. Are you crazy?
No,
it's
you're
Lamar
crazy.
Jackson.
No.
So you just forgot.
Trevor Lawrence has the best passer rating in the league in the past since week 9, since we've lost to your Broncos, and London has the best passer rating
for the fans.
14 touchdowns. No, 14 touchdowns and 1 interception. When has Lamar Jackson ever led the league in passer rating and completion percentage? Lamar Jackson is an incredible athlete, and he's a top 10 quarterback, but I'm not taking him over. If I'm starting a franchise today, I'm not taking him over Trevor Lawrence. I'm just not. Trevor Lawrence it's going to be, and I'm not even being a homer. I'm like, I genuinely believe this. I don't care if he was on any other team. I think right now, his biggest battle is, can he surpass Herbert? And right. I think if Jacksonville lines up with the Chargers in the playoffs, which is a strong possibility.
I think that's a winnable game.
Depending how that performance goes, you can say Trevor Lawrence has a playoff win over Herbert. And then you're also looking at potentially Jags Ravens. And even with Lamar Jackson back, I still like the Jags going into that game. I think you have the right coach and you got the right quarterback.
What about that?
I'm just saying, you're starting a franchise now. I don't think there's Dak Prescott's ass. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's overpaid. Dak Prescott's.
He definitely folded.
I don't care what any delusional Cowboy fan tells you.
All right, you just had to throw
Dak is not. Dak is not a top 5 quarterback. He's not. He'll never will be. He'll be. He's a Romo. He's literally Romo 2.0.
I can see that.
Don't shame
All right,
Romo.
Gabe, do you have any other quarterbacks that you want to throw in this mix that's could be top 6 potentially that he hasn't named yet?
Oh my God! I mean, top 6. All right, here's my thing with Trevor Lawrence. I want to give Trevor Lawrence his flowers because he's been playing excellent. I think you can make an argument he's a top 10 quarterback. If looking at his,
it's not even a question. It's not an argument. He is a top 10 quarterback.
Looking at completions, his quarterback ratings, he's definitely in the top 10. Top 6, nah, you're getting okay.
Top 10, but
name.
But he's been playing well. Hey,
no, he's not. He's not 10.
He's been playing well. He's had a really good season. You finally see a season without Urban Meyer. Doug Peterson might win Coach of the Year. Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence definitely. You want to get this discussion about T-Law or Lamar Jackson? I mean, I think you got to bank on the youth. You got to bank on the youth and the freshness of T-Law.
What is Lamar?
Not diminishing. I'm not diminishing.
No, but you're also like. Trevor Lawrence is an elite thrower of the football, and I don't think Lamar Jackson is.
The biggest thing,
you got to be able to do that.
The biggest thing with Lamar Jackson is going to be injuries, right? Or he hasn't been playing, so
I don't think he'll ever be an elite thrower. Yeah. I think he'll be a great thrower of the ball, but I don't know if he'll ever be an elite thrower. I don't think I will never see him pass Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen when it comes to throwing the football.
But as far as electric game makers.
I think
playmakers.
Hurts is a better thrower.
Game breakers, playmakers, game breakers.
You have
Lamar
different
Jackson
style.
has got it, man. He's been proving himself.
Right? He's obviously a mobile quarterback. I mean, we've seen it with Russell Wilson, right? Like,
But I said
guys
Hurts.
like
I think Hurts is a better thrower of the ball.
But
I think
he
Hurts
might-
is
yeah.
really
I feel
good.
like no matter what at this point in Lamar's career, no matter what he does, right, he could have a 50 touchdown season, and people are still gonna criticize him for being an athletic.
Look, no, if Lamar can come in next season
just
and
like, no
have
matter what, like look at his. I don't know his numbers off rip, but like his throwing numbers are pretty decent. Like he'll go throw
They're
2 or 3 touchdowns a game. Like,
is
and get a
decent
win.
top 6 though.
but T. Law isn't an elite.
He's playing
quarterback.
elite right now. Obviously, there's still time, but I'm saying as of right now, he is showing more in these past 6 games than I think Lamar Jackson's ever. When it comes to strictly just throwing the ball, he's showing more right now than Lamar Jackson's ever shown.
And I would say this because now we're coming up this week. They're going to be playing right in Jacksonville. They're playing the Titans this week.
They're playing at Houston.
Or at Houston. I'm sorry, but eventually, don't they have to play? Do they have to play?
The last game of the week is at Tennessee. I mean,
Okay.
at Jacksonville against Tennessee.
Okay,
So you got to get through this week, which is quote unquote a meaningless game. But I think you got to go out there and win this game because one, you got to look. You want to go above 500, and 2, you don't want to lose your rhythm.
Yeah.
All right,
it's a
and
team that
there's
hasn't
a
done it
few
before, so
names
you
that
don't
we actually
deserve to.
forgot to bring up. You have Tom Brady still playing in the league, and you have Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady's not no.
Aaron
No.
Rodgers, back-to-back MVP.
I'm not. No, like if I'm starting a team right now, I'm not trading for Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. If you want to
Back-to-back
talk about over the
MVP,
course
Aaron
of the
Rodgers.
career, he
No,
ain't
I get
playing
the
like
whole
a
career
back-to-back
thing.
MVP
Obviously,
right now.
obviously, you'd want Tom Brady, but I'm saying Aaron Rodgers, as in recently, last 2 seasons, he was the best player in the league. 2
I'm
times.
talking about right now. He has not played better than Trevor Lawrence.
Is it him
this
or is
season.
it
He
because
just
of the
entrenched.
weapons he has?
I mean, that could be a factor, but I'm talking about right now. I mean, it just is. Same thing with Tom Brady. Tom Brady, there's like no, like he hasn't been playing great either. Neither of them
No,
are playing great.
I just had to throw his name in there. But Tom, I understand. But Aaron Rodgers,
The only argument I can see you maybe give is Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins has been playing really good football. Outside of that, say you put Trevor at 7, I don't see it, man. Like I'm not taking
But
any.
I do have to throw one last name in before we move on to the next topic. And he has a lot of commercials. It's Gabe's favorite quarterback.
Gabe, you could take off the playoff picture now.
All right.
Baker Mayfield.
Yo,
Elite.
Baker's back.
Top 10. Destroyed my Broncos. Obliterated them
Oh my God, you.
on Christmas
Let's.
Day.
You gotta
I
talk
think
about
that
He
performance
fired their
was
coach.
big.
He fired their coach. He fired their coach.
Julian, I know you want to talk about it. You wanted to get into the Broncos. Let's talk about the Broncos.
Oh no, we can stay on the Baker thing because that actually is an interesting concept. I do want to ask you guys, like, you could arguably say Sean McVay might be the best coach Baker's ever had, right? I mean, I think without a doubt. Matt Rule's been terrible. Kevin Stefanski with the Browns, his job is up in the air. And you have Sean McVay, who has an incredible coaching tree underneath him that have then produced, countless guys across the league. And a guy who's an offensive mastermind and knows how to get the most out of his quarterback. I mean, shit, he went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff, so like
That's a fact.
this is maybe we're seeing he's getting the most out of Baker. I don't know what the future entails for Baker, but I will say Baker has now made himself relevant again.
So one big game, just like
but
that. Now he's back in.
No,
it.
the last game he played well too.
And he had a
Yeah, he
game
started
winning drive
that first week.
the game before that. Yeah,
Yeah,
started that first week he got traded. I didn't expect
He looks like a different guy, and obviously, like he's running a more efficient offense compared to what the hell is happening in Carolina. I don't know if he's back, but I do think he's raised a question. Though I think he didn't just flat out just die. I think the it's still up, and I think he could be a great bridge guy.
Yeah.
and maybe he could start somewhere. And while maybe he stays with new Los Angeles, because who knows what the future of Matt Stafford is, and they might want to go forward with this new QB class that's really good. I mean, they're going to be drafting pretty high. Maybe you're looking at a CJ Stroud out of Ohio State. Houston's definitely getting Bryce Young out of Alabama, but I think he could be somebody who can for sure start next year. I mean, look at Jared Goff, man. Jared Goff he went to Detroit and somehow resurged his career. Obviously, he's had way more games under his belt than Baker, but like, who's to say that Baker can't have the same thing that Jared Goff had?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
They're probably the same type of quarterback.
Let me take a pause real quick, because Gabe, I actually can't believe that Julian is supporting this journey right now based off his last 2 games, which he
look, bro. I can't.
And then Julian had him written off a few weeks ago, talking about he should not be a starter in this league. But now
I admit it. He proved me wrong. I'm willing to change my mind.
Dude, you're careening.
Regular season.
It's not just 2 wins. It's not just 2 wins.
He's the best.
It's the way he plays.
He's the best.
Look, and I'm not saying he should be starting next year. I just said I can see an argument where he said that he will be a starter. I think he can be a starter in the sense of like a bridge guy, like a Geno Smith as a starter. Like I'm saying you build Los Angeles Rams around him. Obviously, I think they play the Battle of LA's this week, which is going to be a big test for him, and that's also a really big game for the Chargers. With a lot of playoff implications. But actually, did they clinch? I think when you're just showing that playoff picture, they just clinched.
Well, I had it pulled up, but I mean the Chargers definitely
did clinch. They did,
but
clinch,
they're still fighting to raise up. Right now, I think they're number 5 in the spot, but they can still go up because they still have.
Because Baltimore could lose depending how that Pittsburgh game goes.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll get into it when we get to our picks. JoJo, your Broncos, man. What's going on, man? Russell Wilson. I mean, talk about
coming out, man.
Talk about getting coaches fired. I mean, the conversation out here around the Broncos is like the situation in Denver is like, do you bring in a coach? Do you try to fix Russ, or like what is the job? What do they need to do in Broncos Nation? # Let's ride. Country, Broncos country, let's ride. Whatever. Listen,
man, I'll say.
What do you need to turn around the franchise, dude?
I'll say this: they're both at fault, right? But you guys remember first game of the season, what happened? We played the Seahawks, right? Russ had actually a pretty good game. He performed. If it wasn't for those fumbles, right there in the end zone or the goal line, like we had the game. But what it really came down to was the coach's play calling, if you guys recall, and the time management and not being able to call timeout and assess situations. So after that first game, he was already put on notice. Hackett was already put on notice, right? Everybody, all eyes were on him based off those decisions from that game because that was a winnable game. Now, following suit, I think we won the next 2 games. Terrible games, terrible wins, ugly. So we're like, okay, are we going to see the full form Russ yet? And then from there on, it was just hand in hand. Bad play calling, bad decision making. Russ was not cooking. He was not cooking at all, right? He wasn't doing this thing either. It was terrible. But honestly, man, at this point, it's like, what are you going to do? You already paid Russ all that money. It's the coach's first year, and
got rid of all that draft capital.
It was a disappointment. It was truly a disappointment. Like, this was honestly one of the worst teams I feel like in NFL history in the last 10 years. Like, this team was garbage to watch. It was a letdown. It was a shit show. You know how many times they put us in prime time and they had to move us? And we had a Christmas game.
Oh, man. So many Thursday games. We got so many Monday games.
40 on a Christmas. Like, what
you guys are playing better. You guys are playing better with Teddy Bridgewater and Drew.
We played better last year. We started off 3-0
a Pro Bowl. Like, honestly, that has been one of the biggest mysteries to me. I mean, I haven't watched a single game of Broncos outside of that first game. I don't know if you can give me insight, JoJo, but like, and then when they played the Jags, but like, what is going on with, like, is it really Russell? Is Russell Wilson like really that?
I think he's diminished.
Like, is he really like that washed, like out of nowhere like that? And then And then all the teammates hate, like, apparently, first off, he always seemed like a likable guy to me.
Yeah.
First off, let's clear that whole teammate thing, because actually Jerry Jeudy spoke out. I think it was yesterday or today. It was on ESPN or SportsCenter, one of those shows. And he was like, I need to address this. Like, all this hate talk that, we don't fuck with Russ and he's a bad teammate. He stood up and he spoke up about the situation that he's a hard worker. They love him. There's no like separation in the locker room. It's all the media giving that attention because he's quote unquote a celebrity, right? So there, you know what it is, like when you're exposed that way, they're gonna try to tear you down, and we know what that is from the media. So I think that's the media trying to break in the locker room, create these false stories. All right, yeah, they see frustration on the sidelines. Who wouldn't be frustrated? Obviously defense was pretty much putting the team on the back all season, and they're tired of seeing turnovers, and who wouldn't? And that's stuff that is addressed in the locker room. And even when Russ had his birthday party, you saw a storyline. Not all the teammates attended his birthday. Why is that even a headline? It's a headline because he's playing shit. Yeah. Like, who gives a fuck?
They're trying.
Like, what? Why? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I didn't hear shit for 9 years when he was in Seattle.
Yeah,
I didn't that's why this is all like news to me. I'm like, really? I can hear people say that about like.
Yeah,
I don't know, Tom Brady or whoever.
But here's the thing with that is when you get drafted to a team and you play well and you go to the Super Bowl and you almost win a second Super Bowl, there's definitely love. When you go to a new team like the Broncos fans, they don't have any affiliation with Russell Wilson. Like they don't have any love for him. Like why would they have no establishment of like respect or anything? It was like, yo, you're supposed to be really good. You're supposed to play at a high level and look at the season that's happened. So I can understand why also yo, you're supposed to be this big guy that, is supposed to come and change the franchise and give us a future. And this is what you turn out for this season. I understand why there could be so much hateful, locally or amongst Broncos fans. Like why,
and we could feel like it's a wasted season. With the young talent and the defense we had, like literally I kept saying since last season, all we needed was a good quarterback, a decent quarterback to do his job. And we could potentially make a nice playoff run. But that within a mix with a new coach and try to switch up, Russ's play style, trying to make him a pocket passer and all this. You guys know, like, he's good on the scramble. He's good running out to the sidelines. Like, that's how he makes plays. But we didn't see much of that this season.
Yeah, I don't, I get that the coach is bad, but I thought Russ was at a point where it doesn't, obviously you're not going to win a lot of games, but I thought he'd be playing better than what he's doing. Like, maybe the team is losing, but it's not because of him. But
that's why I'm like, I'm not
you're
entirely
watching some of these highlights and you're like, this is like, some of this is on him. Like, he's just playing bad in general. And like, that's what's the biggest shock to me is like how the 180 and like, maybe we do get another coach. Maybe they do get another coach in there and it could completely flips the script, which I could totally see happening. Like I can see a world where you get a new coach with a new system and out of nowhere things just completely 180 because that team's just so much talent. Like, it's not like it's a bad team. It was just poorly managed. So, yeah, this is definitely a huge, huge mystery because I thought, imagine if they were actually playing like they were supposed to play. The AFC is just stacked. No. Like when you're talking, and then you talk about the Raiders, which maybe we can get into if you guys want to. But yeah, man, the biggest shocker of the year to me is the fact that the Broncos are this ass. Like this.
Can you believe the Jags have a chance of making a postseason and the Broncos had this bad of a season?
Yeah.
And we beat them head to head in the last 2 years. And talk about
but what's the most important thing? This, you know what though? This proves that what the most important thing is a quality relationship between your head coach and your quarterback. It just proves like you look at Sean McDermott and Josh Allen, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Mike McDaniels, and we'll see what Tua is. But Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow, I like Mike McDaniels. I don't know how I feel about Tua. Anybody. Tua's just got an Alabama offense, basically. He got Alabama again. That's pretty much what happened.
Listen,
wow.
Let's talk about the Dolphins.
You want to talk about Dolphins? All right.
I'm gonna say this right now, Gabe. The Dolphins
are done. The Dolphins are done.
They're done. Listen. You guys are done. Tua's got another concussion. You guys are going to lose to the Patriots.
You know what? Ye who lacks faith Okay, ye who lacks faith. Listen, the Dolphins.
Yo, this is the delusional Miami.
Oh, I'm the delusional. Oh, so you're not a delusional Jacksonville fan, but I'm a delusional.
Who's going to
he's
the playoffs?
You're not
We're
in
still in
there.
the fight.
You're not in there.
It's
Bro,
locked.
like you said,
All right,
you can beat any
but
team.
no.
You can lose to any team. All right, and I'm expecting.
I will say this though. I will say this. Well, I think the Jags have kind of outrisen that. I mean, they beat a lot of quality talent, but
Go ahead. What are you saying about my Dolphins? Go ahead. Give me the
I forgot what I was gonna
slander.
say.
Give me
well,
the slander.
I think the concussion thing is going to really fuck you guys. I really think that's going to, like, him being out is really going to hurt.
So we're recording
And
this on
then
a Friday.
you also got a New England team who's also pushing for a playoffs. I just
Potentially.
don't see that. I don't see that happening. And then
I feel like this season.
you gotta hope. I think you gotta hope for a Jets, because who do you guys play in the game last game?
We got to play the Jets. We got to play the New York. You got to play the Patriots again.
You're gonna have Jets with Mike White back. That's gonna. You guys got. It's not gonna say it's impossible, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't see it, man. I'm be straight with you. You got to hope for that Baltimore to beat Pittsburgh. But if Pittsburgh wins that, it's going to be really tough.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the Dolphins season in general, like, I feel like it's been a
Was it
mixed
6
bag.
straight losses?
Yeah,
Four.
another mixed bag. But we had road
Four.
trips. We play the 49ers. We played the Chargers. We went on the road against the Buffalo
The
Bills.
Bills.
Then you lose at home to the Packers. Now you got to go again. You got to go on the road. You got to go to Patriots. You got to go to New Jersey. You got to go to New England. Tough, all tough. I think we talked a little bit earlier, Julian. That Chargers loss was a big loss because obviously the Chargers clinched and they're still fighting for a spot to go up higher. That Chargers loss was a tough loss. Now with Tua out at this point in the season, another concussion. Apparently they caught it. They didn't catch shit on the game day, but they caught it the next day. And apparently the coaches were looking at film and they're like, "Hey, Tua, you kind of after this hit, you fell down hard." And
Yeah, that second half he looked bad.
and then he admitted to whatever. Then they put him in the concussion protocol. So again, for me this season for the Dolphins at this point in the season, we're still fighting for a playoff spot. It's tough, right? It's a mixed bag. As sometimes they play well early in the season. You went on the road. You beat the Ravens when I didn't expect you to win. You beat Lamar Jackson. Amazing. You beat Buffalo at home. Tough game. Everybody was tired. I mean, I'm like, oh, yo, this is pretty crazy. You get an easy schedule, and now, at the third part of the schedule is pretty tough going on those road games. And, it feels more disappointing. So, like, there's some points in the season where I'm like, oh, yeah, it looks actually pretty good. And then there's like, Tua's out. You lose to the Texans. You lose to the fucking Jaguars, whatever. Tough. It's been pretty tough in general. My overall, as far as Tua, who is my son, who I love like a son, I hope he gets healthy, get well. We need you next year. I think he's good. I think my whole thing about Tua is like, he's been pretty good. He's been pretty well. Obviously, coming off tough injury, coming to college. He's had 4 years now to play. I think he's good. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying he's going to be an all elite. He's going to be Tom Brady. He's going to be Dammer. I think he's good. He's better. He's above average. He's good. But now, like, the biggest thing is, like, are you healthy enough? Can you play? Because you've taken some tough falls. This guy falls tough. Like, when he falls, is like traumatic. The falling, I don't know if there's a falling coach out there somewhere in the NFL. Somebody can teach this guy how to fall.
Bro, he needs
tuck and roll. I don't know what he needs to do.
They teach you how to fall, man. He needs to practice.
They need to get a fucking offensive lineman that keep him up, dude. Like, it's not like he's out in the. He's not like he. It's not like he's out in space getting rocked. I mean, he's getting hit in the backfield. Like,
hey guys, in the comments, if you can recommend any falling coaches for Tua, we'd appreciate that. Send their links our way. Send us their contact information.
But
he's small, man.
And that's another thing. People, complain about. Kyle Hurd to be out here saying he's too small. He's tiny hands. He can't see over the lineman. Whatever the hell. Listen, Tua is good. I know for a fact. I've been saying for a while. Since they drafted him, I'm like, yes, I believe in Tua. I'm a Tua-non. Yes, he's good. I think he's good enough to lead a team. Is he going to be a Hall of Fame? Who cares? Like Hall of Fame or whatever. He's not a Tom Brady, whatever. He's good enough. I believe he's a good quarterback. But now the question is like, yo, can you stay healthy enough to be on the field? Like all these injuries, this is time lost, right? When we lost early in the season, we lost to all these sorry teams that we should have beat. We should have beat the Jets. We should have beat the Texans. Tua was out. We had Teddy Bridgewater in.
Damn, the Texans.
You won games.
Oh my God.
You win games that, you win incredible games. Like I said, you beat the Ravens, you beat the Bills. Incredible games. It's like, yo, this actually looks nice. Then when he's out, you lose. Can you stay healthy enough to stay on the field? That is like the biggest question going forward as far as the season. I don't know how long he'll be out. Like he was out for, I think, 3 weeks the last time that he was in this concussion protocol. The rest of the season is looking rough. Teddy Bridgewater, nice kid. He's a Miami kid. He went to Northwestern High School. Anybody who's Northwestern's a pretty, big school for football.
Hey, man, I wouldn't mind getting him back, bro, if you want to send him our way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
And this season was built on Tua staying healthy, Tyreek staying healthy, Waddle staying healthy. Waddle's had injuries. He's playing through it. Hopefully he can, advance and get better throughout the week. But it was built on a thin film of if all these things go well, Dolphins should do well. And we're in a fight for our life right now. Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say about Tua. I feel like Tua is just like the ultimate quarterback where he plays well if everything is going perfect for him. He has people like I've been seeing some Dolphins fans overhype. I'm like, dude, I mean, how many quarterbacks would be doing that well if you had that kind of talent? What concerns me about Tua long term is when that talent's no longer there, can he still do what he's doing? And then the one thing I like Mike McDaniels, but the one thing I have noticed, and Gabe, I don't know if you can attest to this, do you feel like he gets away from the run too soon?
Yeah,
I know the run games are the strongest, but I feel like even when you guys are running it well, he gets away from it too soon.
I would say definitely the run game has definitely been improved especially the past 2-3 years. The run game, we have better runners. Obviously, he's importing a lot of guys from the 49ers. It's been improved. But I think one of the biggest things I think the NFL has figured out, they figured out Tua, and I think they figured out Mike McDaniel. You saw it when they played the 49ers. Obviously, him going against Kyle Shanahan, which he was, Mike McDaniel was.
He got schooled.
There's a lot of reports of even in their pregame, they were pregaming the exact same way. Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers, Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins, even their pregames were the same. So I think the NFL has kind of figured out Mike McDaniel. It's now you got to get creative, right? Our run, as far as the Dolphins run defending, hasn't been great. I think we do have great runners. I do like Mostert. I do like Wilson. I do like them as runners. But we haven't established a fantastic, great running game. Again, the most electric guy on the field is Tyreek Hill. When they put him in and run RPOs and stuff, they have him motioning. I think that's a fantastic gameplay, but there's a little bit of Mike McDaniel, get creative. Okay, it was nice in the beginning of the season. People figured it out. What are you going to do next? How are you changing? How you be?
Bro, Bill Belichick's probably going to eat y'all alive with Teddy. Are you guys at New England?
I believe. Let me double check. I'm gonna have to double.
I believe it is
New England. I believe it's at. We have
chances of making the playoffs.
Yeah, you're at New England. It's pretty much everybody's in their own fate. So Dolphins have to win out, Jets have to win out, Pittsburgh has to win out, and who am I missing?
Well, I had to pull
Patriots have to win out. I think there's 4 teams who have their fate in their hands. They just have to win it because they all kind of play each other, except for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I think, has to hope for a couple losses, but for sure, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, all the AFC East, it's all up to them because they all play each other.
Yo, so Dolphins,
and again, we're going on the road
in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're in now.
You have to win. So that's what I'm saying. They had a tough road schedule, the 49ers and the Chargers, whatever. They had to win those games, and you have to win at home against the Green Bay because now you're going on the road. You're going to go into Boston in winter. You're going to go to New Jersey in winter.
With a backup quarterback.
Yeah. And that's the thing about the Dolphins. I feel like there was some show me games okay, this is a challenge. Show me that you guys can win on the road. Win on the road because more than likely that's what's going to be in the playoffs. So right now they're fighting for a playoff spot, but even if they get a playoff spot, more likely they'll be on the road to play tough teams. Tough.
You're gonna play
teams,
Kansas
Bills.
City.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So
It's like,
these are show me games. These are
Buffalo,
playoff.
yeah.
Right now, they're fighting for a playoff spot. Right now, they're playing playoff games. You got to go on the road. You got to be.
Oh, this is a play. Yeah, you guys are playing playoff games. This is it. This is winner.
You don't have a quarterback. Mike White is back, and he's pretty good. He's way better than fucking Zach Wilson.
Yes, Zach Wilson's a bum, dude.
Yeah, Mike White is fighting for a goddamn contract. I think this is his last year. He'll be a free agent. So
he's fighting for a career.
Yeah, this guy's been around for a while. So, these are the tough games. Like, go to Buffalo, play tough in the snow or whatever. They play, pretty good in the first half. Not
so here's the age-old question, Gabe.
What's up?
Do you have them going in? I personally don't, but do you have them? JoJo, actually, let's save Gabe for left. JoJo, Dolphins going in or yeah or nay?
I mean, they have a shot. I don't care. The Jets are gonna jet, bro. I've seen it. Yeah, they have a lot of potential. I really don't see them losing to the Jets. I don't care if it's in Jersey. Okay. I just don't, man. Like, come on, they're on the 5th string quarterback. They're in the media. Like, I don't know, man. I think they lost it. Just like, they're in the same situation as the Dolphins right now. But now against the Patriots, that's going to be a tough one because one, they have the experience, right? They're used to being in this situation. They know how to win when they need to win, right? They kind of been sleeper all season, right? They haven't been in the spotlight, kind of winning some games when they need to, but then obviously losing, to the wrong teams as well. But they're still good. I'm not going to say they're contenders, but they're good enough to make the playoffs. That game's going to be a tough one for the Dolphins, I would say. Their team is healthier. They got Bill Belichick. It's going to be in New England, in the cold, for a playoff spot. So you tell me how that goes.
I think New England's taking that final spot.
New England?
I think.
Or the Jets?
I think Pittsburgh has to. Pittsburgh, they have to have somebody lose. So everybody has the same record except the Dolphins. They're 8-7. Everybody else is 7-8. But since Pittsburgh doesn't play,
what would give the Dolphins the edge over New England?
Well, the Dolphins, I know the last time they played the Patriots, which was early in the season, the Patriots were really good at run defense. They really were really well at stopping the run. But, we had Chase Edmonds at the time. We traded away. So that's going to be tough. The run game is going to be tough. You bring in Teddy Bridgewater. What Teddy Bridgewater are you going to get?
That's a great question.
On the road, it's going to be tough.
Experienced quarterback, right? It's not like you're throwing Mike White out there. Like, you have someone that has experience. And great receivers. You have great receivers. So if he can get them the ball, like
has
Teddy Bridgewater
has Teddy played in a meaningful game? Like, has he played in like
he
a winner go home situation?
I mean, he's played against when Tua was out. He hasn't played.
Oh, when he was in
the
Vikings, right? They had a couple playoff games, right? I think. When he was
he might have thrown that. Was he throwing that? No, he wasn't throwing. No, that wouldn't be Kirk Cousins.
No, that was Case Keenum. That one crazy. I know what you're talking about.
That one pass to Stephon Diggs. The last one. I think that was the other one. Everything's stacked against the Dolphins. I don't want to doubt them. I still want to hold out a little bit of hope. Regardless of how hard the road is, how hard it is. I want to hold out a little bit of hope.
I say they split.
I don't know if splitting's enough, though. That's the problem.
It's not going to be enough. But realistically, to go from a 4-game losing streak without your starting quarterback, and then you have to win out the next 2, unless it'll be a miracle. It'll be like me doubting the Jags, and then they win both games out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
So
And the injury report came out. I think Xavier Howard is going to be out, or he's questionable apparently.
The only thing that you got, like, depending how it shakes, because Patriots have the Bills for the final game of the year. That just depends if the Bills rest or not, and like if it's locked up that they're getting first seed.
I'm not abandoning ship. I'm holding it down. I still listen. I'm going to believe it. I'm going to watch. I watch Teddy. However, Teddy usually comes out the first drive pretty good, and then it diminishes. So I'm going to hold out a little bit of hope for this next game. Like I said, I've been ever since they lost the Chargers, I've been very questioning them. Like, that's a tough loss, and it just gets tougher. So I'm gonna hold out a little bit.
Honestly, man, I'm looking at this now. Pittsburgh has a solid chance because they're going to back up quarterback against Baltimore. and then they play the Browns. Versus New England has to play the Bills and Dolphins. Dolphins have to play Jets.
I think Pittsburgh won like the last 5 or 7 games or some shit like that too.
Pittsburgh's on. They're somehow still alive. They've honestly kind of surprised me. They're somehow staying in there with Mitchell Trubisky and fucking Pickett.
So you want to get into this week? Let's get into the games. Let me pull up the Let me pull up the odds. Let's get into the games. The pick 'em. How should I have to share screen? So excuse me while I bammed here until I pull this stuff up. But let's get into the game this week. There's a lot of stuff on the road.
The NFC is really interesting right now, too.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Carolina Panthers at Buccaneers. I think this is a
playoff game.
Yeah, it's a playoff game. I think Buccaneers are fighting for the life. They're at home. 3.5 favorites. 3.5 favorites. Julian, I'll go to you first. How do you feel about the Panthers on the road playing the Bucs? 3.5.
I think Carolina wins this game.
Oh wow!
Sends Tom Brady.
I think Carolina wins. I think Carolina wins the division. They've already beat Tampa this year. New England. I mean, not New England. Tampa is
they traded away everything though. That's the thing.
Everybody's hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think Tampa makes playoffs. Give me Carolina. Wow. I think Carolina with the spread and the win.
JoJo.
Nah, I'm gonna go Bucks, man. You're not sending Tom Brady home yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
I think.
By the way, the Panthers beat the Bucks 21-3.
Yeah.
Shoot,
21-3.
But hey, it's a home game, right?
A lot of injuries. I feel like the Bucks should have, Tom Brady should have retired last year. But I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go with the home team Bucks just because it's easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the home team.
Bucks, 3.5 points. All right, let's go. Browns at Commanders. Commanders at home, 1.5 favorites. Commanders, playing. I believe in Heineke.
Carson Wentz is playing again. Carson Wentz is starting.
Oh,
Carson Wentz. First game back?
It's locked up.
No, man. What happened to my boy Heineke?
I think they're on a losing streak.
Oh, man. You know what? At this point, I'm going to go, you know what? Browns on the road. Browns have nothing to lose. Never. A team that's been eliminated.
Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz.
I'm like, listen. Let me go with the Browns, man. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
No, the Browns are ass. Give me the Commanders. They actually have they're in 7th seed right now.
They're trash.
Right.
They're in 7th seed right now. Like fucking Deshaun Watson's still playing preseason ball. Like he.
All right, let's go to the next game. Saints at Eagles. Eagles at home, 5.5 favorites at home. The Eagles. Which I got.
I mean,
this
even
is interesting because this depends if Minshew plays.
Minshew,
honestly,
balled, though.
I think
he
I'm
balled last week, man.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Good.
I was going to say, I think I'm going to go with JoJo on this. I think I'm going to do the Eagles -5, even with Minshew. Minshew is
bro. He had a great game, man. And if it wasn't for the Eagles defense giving up all those points to Dak, like, I mean, that game was a shootout, bro. They're going back and forth, man. Like,
bro, there was a reason why Jacksonville benched Minshew, because if we would have let Minshew keep on playing, we probably would have Trevor Lawrence right now. So we had a bench Minshew.
He probably would have performed well, but you guys would have probably kept losing regardless, and then never got your franchise.
Would have been mediocre for
yeah.
I feel like Dallas stole one from the Eagles. Eagles. I think Minshew played well. A lot of turnovers, but I still believe in the Eagles, man. I don't care.
Nah, man. Eagles.
I don't think they're gonna risk Hurts.
Watching that game, even without Hurts, like that team's legit. Yo, offense, defense.
I don't think. Yeah,
special teams.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna risk Hurts.
Yeah, give me the Eagles. We're all Eagles.
Let's go Eagles.
All right, Cardinals at Falcons. Another doodle goal.
Oh,
Cardinals at Falcons. Falcons at home. -6. That's a lot. That's a lot of points, man. -6.
No, who's playing for Cardinals? I just saw it. Oh my god, who was it?
Well, they have like a 4-string quarterback.
Somebody asked, I can't. It's a name, I can't think of it though.
Trevor Lawrence, Colt McCoy, or Trace McSorley, or David Block.
It's probably gonna be Colt McCoy. I think it's Colt McCoy.
Oh wait, David Block to start.
Oh, really? I don't even know who the fuck that guy is.
He's from the Lions.
Yo, he's gonna hear this episode.
You think I watch? Hold up, Gabe. Gabe, you think
I am? He's gonna say that after this.
Hold up, Gabe. You mean to tell me that you expect me to know who a Lions backup quarterback is? Like, I don't fucking know. He's like, you talking about? He used to be the backup for the Lions. Like, the fuck?
He started a couple games. That's why
There's so many people that started a couple games for the Lions. They probably got more quarterbacks in NFL history.
All right, so who you got this game? Who you going with?
Oh, give me Atlanta. Atlanta's got a playoff implication.
Can I just flip a coin for this? Yeah, let me go with Atlanta. They're the home team.
You know what? I'm gonna go to Cardinals.
No, my bad. Atlanta's eliminated. My bad.
The Cardinals lose, but they cover 6 points. I mean, 6 points on the dot. I don't believe in it. All right, here we go. They're fighting for the life. Jacksonville Jaguars on the road. They're 3.5 favorites on the road. Or sorry, 3-point favorites on the road.
Lucky position.
That means they got to win by 6 points.
Second to last game of the season. You're playing the shitty Texans. Like, what is this?
Well, and on top of it too, it's a meaningless game because no matter what, you have to play Titans. You have to win that game.
All right,
you can win this game, lose the next.
Didn't the Texans beat you guys earlier in the season?
Yes, but this is a different team.
This is a different team.
This is a different team.
That was then. This is now.
No, I mean, it's true, though. Like, all right, Gabe, is your Dolphins not a different team than what it was earlier?
We're talking about the Jaguars at the Texans.
Dolphins not a different team? Give me the Jags. They're going to win by 10. This is a cakewalk. This is easy money.
All right.
Bro,
-3. Come on.
I love the confidence, but it is about matchups. They can be a shitty team, but they can outmatch you guys.
With who? Davis General Mills in
I don't know, but you tell me they beat you. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is this is when they beat us, we're on a 5-game losing streak. This is a new team. This is a team that's out hot as hell. Like
new team. Brand new. Week 17, brand new. All right, listen. I'm gonna go with the Jags, dude.
No, Gabe, don't pick the Jags.
I'm going with the Jags, baby.
Every time you guys
for so long, and now I'm going with the Jags. We're gonna win, baby. Put up your W's.
Every time y'all pick the Jags, we lose. Don't pick the fucking Jags.
I'm picking the Jags.
Damn. Jags away in Texas to a team.
What a daunting place to play.
To a team they lost to. Give me the Texans.
Wow, he's going opposite.
Thank you. I appreciate your service.
Let's go Bear Lions, another doodle. I think these teams have the Lions been eliminated?
This is a big game for them.
Oh, the Bear! I know definitely the Bears have been eliminated. So Lions at home.
Yeah, Bears are eliminated.
My boy St. Brown's gonna go off for me this week.
Yo, hopefully.
Let's go. I need him, man. Fantasy finals, something Julian doesn't know about because I eliminated him. But we'll talk about that another day.
That was the garbage. That was such a garbage game.
Listen, man.
So JoJo's going with the Lions.
Gabe, you're also eliminated. Gabe is also eliminated.
I had a bad
Real Fan Podcast, guys. I'm in the final. Sorry to interrupt this broadcast. I had to throw that out there. All right, carry on.
Bears at Lions -6. I think JoJo's going with the Lions. Julian, who you going?
Yep.
Give me Lions.
Yeah, I'll go with the Lions as well. I mean, they got to do something. All right, here we go. Playoff implications. Miami Dolphins on the road at the Patriots. Patriots 2.5 points. I mean, I feel like this is disrespect to me, honestly. 2.5 points. You're favoring the Patriots on the road. But listen, give me my Dolphins, baby. I got to go with my Dolphins. I don't care.
On what, the points or the game?
I'm winning the game. Winning the game. I'm going with the Dolphins.
Gabe's like,
Dolphins went straight out.
No money.
Listen.
All right, so Gabe, how much money you putting on this game?
Bro,
$5?
Send me your cash. Send me your cash app.
Send me the cash app.
Who's going with the Patriots? Whoever's going with the Patriots, send me your cash app.
I'm going with the
Patriots.
Wow. Okay. All right, bet. All right. We'll put some money on.
Bro,
we'll talk about. We'll discuss a little later.
The last 3 games, I was going for Dolphins. Man, you guys lost 4 in a row. I don't want to hear this, bro. I had you guys beating the 49ers. No.
I see light at the end of the tunnel. I see light. All right, let's go. Broncos. Talking about teams. My God, Broncos at the Chiefs -12.5. Chiefs at home -12.5.
That's OD. That spread. Why they got to violate us? Like
they always give them wide ass spreads.
12.5. Damn.
Bro, I haven't seen a Chiefs spread under 10. Like,
Yo,
bro,
no,
Oh my
first of
God.
all, the last time we played the Chiefs, we went down 21-zip and we still made it a close game. We're one possession away from winning. We're that close to beating them.
that's literally the Chiefs' MO. You go up by like 4 touchdowns and
Yeah,
just hope
exactly.
they catch up.
Listen, Broncos defense is legit. I don't care. Can Russ have one? I need one good game. Give me one good game
On
Fuck
the
the
road.
Chiefs, right? Do this for your pride, right? This is for the pride of the season. I know we're not fighting for anything else, right? It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, right? So we're going to win these last 2 games, carry it on into the next season. All right? So I'm going with the Broncos.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go the same way. I think the Broncos lose, but they lose by like 10 points. They don't lose by 12 points. Or
I'm
13
with you,
to 1.
Gabe. I'm with you,
I'm a-
Gabe.
I'm
They
gonna roll the
lose,
under.
but they're gonna get what
It'd
they
be a lot
Disrespectful
closer than
spread, bro. Come on,
it should be.
man. We keep it
All right,
close.
let's go. Colts at Giants. Giants at home. 5.5 favorites. I believe the Giants are still fighting for a spot as well. They're fighting
Yo.
for,
Yeah,
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 playoff
they're in it,
spot.
but they're not locked up. This will clinch them a playoff spot, though.
Man, do
Pretty
y'all
sure.
believe in Matty Ice?
Man, listen,
Matty
man.
Ice.
Yo.
No, he's not playing them. Or it's who's playing? Nick Foles.
Wow, another
Oh
Eagle.
my god!
Nick
Actually,
Foles.
the better Eagle, better than
The better Eagle.
Give me the Giants at home. They clinch a game. They clinch the playoffs with this game right here.
Yo,
So,
I actually
Somehow
hope
the
they
Giants are-
win. I really hope they win. Because to play like this all season and the fold at the end, like that's typical Giants fashion. Always closing it out around 8-8 or something, a record like that, like right at 500 or whatever the case is. Give me the Giants.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Giants as well. I think I'll just go with the Giants, home team. All right, Jets at Seahawks. It should be a fun game. I think this is interesting. It's an interesting game.
Mike
Somehow the
White's
Jets
back.
Jets going, all the way to Washington State. They are the favorites, 1.5 points against the Seahawks. Yo, I'm all right with the Seahawks, man.
Seahawks
at
need
home.
this win. Both these teams need these wins.
Seahawks at home. I'm all right with the Seahawks, dude.
They're both 7-8.
I've doubted them all year.
I don't believe in the Jets
I'm
anymore.
gonna go. I don't
just
know,
don't.
man, but Seahawks have been really going downhill, though. Seahawks have been pretty damn bad.
I mean,
I'm gonna go
look at the
Jets.
right? Both of these teams, they're streaky
I'm going
teams.
Jets, bro. Mike White, though, he's back. Dog.
I hope he
He's
plays
true.
well. You know what? For his sake, for his career, I hope he plays well. But
I'm going Jets. The Seahawks are just going downhill fast.
I've doubted Geno all year long. I'm going to go with Geno. All right, let's go 49ers at Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders at home.
Derek Carr benched.
Yeah, he got
Wow, that's a
that's pretty
storyline
nice.
we didn't get to cover.
Yeah,
but,
we
like,
didn't talk about that.
Yeah, but still, like, wild.
49ers, man. They're the hot team. I believe in 49ers. They win by more than 10 points.
Give me
10 or
Purdy,
more.
McCaffrey.
If it was Derek Carr playing, I'd be like, no. But yeah, give me the Niners. I don't know what to
No
expect. out of
shot.
the back. I don't even know
49ers
who
are
is the
still the
backup?
better team. I think even
Yeah.
with Carr in
And
there.
yo, there was some shit.
Like-
I saw Josh Jacobs was like tired.
Oh,
Josh Jacobs was
Stidham.
tired.
Oh, look at that. Came back with what's his name? Josh McDaniels. Stidham's starting.
Stidham. All right, let's go Vikings at Packers. I believe this is in
Shit.
division rivalry. Vikings at Packers.
This is a
Packers
big
at
game
home,
for the
minus
Packers.
3. Yeah,
Bro,
Definitely.
the Packers might squeeze into the playoffs.
They really
Like,
can, bro.
realistically. Which
It's
is kind of
crazy.
wild. If you would have told me like 2 months ago that the Packers are fighting for a playoff spot, I would have thought you're crazy. They're on a little bit of a run right now.
And
Who
it's
do you
crazy
got?
with
'Cause
football,
you know what?
right? Because you don't have to be the most dominant team. this
Dude, that's
weekend.
gonna-
a lot of these teams are hovering around
It's
500.
gonna be. There's been a lot of parity this season. I think they said something. There's been more teams in the playoff hunt. This has been the most teams in a playoff hunt since 1991.
Because
I mean, I feel like every team we're talking about is in the playoff hunt right now.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be cold as shit.
Yo,
You know what?
I know
I'm gonna go with the
Vikings are the
Vikings,
better
dude.
team, but yo, give me Packers at home, bro.
No, give me the
Something
Vikings.
that I don't
Give me
know
the
what it
Vikings.
is. Something about
That
a
matchup.
part of
man.
me feels like Vikings are gonna lose this. Like something about it. I don't know why. I wouldn't bet on this game, but
Look at
If I
the
had to
over
pick
under.
one, I think I'm gonna do Green Bay. Maybe they don't even. I think Green Bay wins. They might not even get. Yeah, let me get Green Bay -3. I hate
All
the
right.
I hate the flat 3. That kind of bothers me.
Yeah. I'll take the Vikings. All right. Rams Chargers, a fight for LA.
Oh, hold up! That just moved. Scroll up. It just moved.
again. Hold on, I gotta refresh. Do I have to
No, it's fine. It's fine. I guess it's
They
still,
just changed
the
up the
spread still
minus
stayed the same.
one.
The odds changed.
Julian seeing things.
All right.
He thought he saw Jacksonville and the Super
No,
Bowl.
it turned red.
It changed red. It changed red. All right, let's go. Fight for LA. LA Rams at Chargers. Chargers at home, 6.5 point favorite. Listen, give me the Chargers, man. I think the Chargers are really good. Chargers got hot at the right time. We were scared of them at the beginning of the season. They didn't turn out right, but now they're the scary team. I think as long as they have all their weapons.
Well, yeah, they were
I'm going
unhealthy.
to do
We were
Rams
there.
with the points.
Yeah.
I'm doing Rams with the points. Chargers win though, so I'll take the Rams. Plus
I
6.5.
agree with Julian.
All right.
But yo,
Here
so
we go. Let's
Julian, real
go.
quick, I know we're moving the games, but you don't see Baker pulling through with that W? Your favorite quarterback now?
No, Chargers really got it. Oh, I don't know. They are. I don't know. I think Chargers want to move up. I don't think Chargers want to play Bengals.
Got it. Moving on.
All right. Let's go to the next game. Steelers at Ravens. This is a divisional rivalry. Steelers at Ravens. Ravens 2.5 points.
Sunday
Favorite
night
Damn.
football.
in the snow.
This game got flexed to Sunday night. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw. Yep.
You know what?
I'm doing Pittsburgh.
Steelers. You think they
I
fight
think
for
Pittsburgh. I mean, Baltimore's got Huntley playing at quarterback.
He's not bad.
Pittsburgh, they're fine for. But I like Pittsburgh. I think I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
I feel like
No,
the
I think-
Steelers.
I'm going Pittsburgh. I won't say who wins,
I
but
think this game is going to be straight defense.
it's gonna be
Going back
like
all
a
defense.
13-10 game, dude. Pittsburgh wins.
I feel like this game, man, tough game. I think the Ravens. You know what? I'm gonna go for the Ravens. I'm going for the home team. 3.5 points. It's not a lot. It's just a field goal. I think they got it close. 35 over under. I'm gonna go with the Ravens at home.
I could see the Ravens
You got
winning
it.
this game in a close game.
All right, let's go to the next game. Monday Night Football.
The Billies.
Bills at
This
Bengals.
is the best Monday night football game we've had in a long time.
Shit,
Super
this is a
Bowl
playoff
runner-ups
game.
versus the Bengals. Yeah, this is a playoff
Yeah,
game. man.
this is for the bye week. Whoever
Yeah,
wins
sure.
this gets first seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's a
Man,
playoff
you're at
game. We're not in the
Cincinnati.
playoff, but we're a playoff. You know what? I'm gonna go with Bills on the road. I know they're favorite 1.5 points. I'm gonna go Bills on the road, man. I like the Bills. I've liked them longer than I like the Bengals.
this is a
Feel like
tough pick, man.
the
This
Bengals
is
are
a
getting
really
hot
tough
though.
pick.
I mean, they've been playing very well.
Listen, Bengals last year when they made it to the Super Bowl, they made it. They had the whole journey, bro. They had like 3 games to get in. It was insane. Like you're gonna want that bye week. You're gonna want that bye.
Also, too, this is going to be so. Bengals probably have the biggest flex of like where they could seed because if the Bengals lose this and the Ravens win, Bengals are now a wild card team at 5. Or they win this game, they're at 1, so they can go from 1 to fucking 5, just like
Yeah.
that. And as a Jaguar fan, I want the Bengals to win this game because I do not want to play the Bengals in the wild card round because if they go to 5, that means they play the Jags. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
I like Buffalo. Jojo, who you got? Who you think?
I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Buffalo on the road. They should win at home. It should be a good
Monday
game.
Night Football.
It should be
The
a fun game. It'll
Billies.
be a fun game to watch.
The Billies.
But yeah, I guess that's all we got for this week. I mean, we're in the middle of, NFL season. Hopefully, I would like to get into more, other sports, basketball. We haven't talked about baseball free agency. Other stuff we can talk about. MLS. There's World Cup soccer. We're ramping up for the women's World Cup soccer. Other things we can talk about. But that's it for the end of this year. 2022. We'll see you, man, because I'm out,
Last
man.
episode of the year. Thank you guys
We're
for
gonna wrap it
listening,
up.
viewing, commenting, sharing, all that. We appreciate
2023, we're already, yes, 73 episodes. We appreciate all the downloads, all the subscriptions. We're trying to be back. We're going to be better, man. We're going to try to upgrade it, be better. We're going to do more social media, more across the board. But we appreciate everybody who tunes into us for this year. We wish y'all a happy new year. We'll see y'all on the other week. We'll see you on the other side. We still got other sports. Sports is nonstop and never stops. So thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Peace.
Peace.